What's up, y'all? Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you are a loyal subscriber. This is Saving Stuff with Stephanie, where we are saving for future goals. We're cash stuffing to maintain financial discipline, all in hopes to become debt-free ASAP. And in today's video, we're going to go ahead and close out the month of February. We're going to go over the goals that we set for February to make sure we met them. And we're going to do like a brief, very brief overview of the Bible books that I did study this month. So if that's a video that you think you'd be interested in, stick around and stay tuned. All right, you guys, welcome back. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it. I'm trying to get some of this recorded on my break because I need to get this video out today. So we're basically going to go over, or basically close out the month of February. My February started on January the 30th, and it did end for me on the 26th of February. So this is my overview here. And these are my two paychecks. Now, as you can see, I've already reconciled the numbers. Everything is kind of zeroed out. But I will go over it with you all just so you guys kind of understand where everything went. And then we'll go over the goals and all the other things that we had set up for February. Okay, so as of February, there was a monthly amount that we were expecting as far as income is concerned. That amount was $2,600. I did also receive my tax refund check, but I'm not including that in the overview. And the reason for that is because when I made this overview, I didn't take into consideration that check because I didn't know how much that check would be. I didn't file my taxes until after I made this. So there wouldn't have been a way for me to, you know, kind of include that amount because I had no idea what it would be. So we're just going to go with the two paychecks, paycheck 1 and paycheck 2. In reference to the closeout for February. So what I budgeted for, as always, is $2,600. The actual was actually $2,664. That was the payroll. But I did do, I don't know if you guys saw in my previous video, I did get $5 from Closeout. I'm also going to put the Closeout icon on the screen if you guys are interested in downloading the app and you've never heard of it before. It is a legit app. I would not tell you guys if it wasn't. I did have to make sure it was before I told you. I have used it. I've been using it, I know, at least for about 6 months now. But this past time, I did take the plunge to see. Because I'm very, you know, hesitant when it comes to apps and things of that nature. I wanted to make sure, you know, the money or the redemption to receive money worked. I had been redeeming for gift cards, but I did want to check and see if I could actually redeem for cash. So oh, I did catch y'all. I do have a Venmo account, so I wanted to check and see whether it actually did work. And it did. I actually redeemed for $5. It sent the $5 over to my Venmo. My Venmo received it, and I sent that over to my bank account. So that $5 was added here. So the total in actual amount of income was $2,669. So that is a $69 differential. So where did the $69 go? Okay, so $5 of that $69 went to my Discover. If you guys saw my debt update video, you guys are aware that my Discover normally gets $100 a month, but I did pay $105 this last time. So that's where that went. And then the remaining amount went to my Amex card. What I normally pay a month toward Amex is $550, but any overage that I get automatically goes to that card. So instead of me paying $550, I paid $614. And then, of course, I paid more than that amount to close the card out or to pay off the balance because I did get my income tax. And yeah, so Amex is officially closed if you guys haven't seen that video. But yeah, so that's where the remaining amount went. There was a little difference here in reference to gas. I had budgeted $40 for gas, but I used just $20 because I think one of those weeks was when my mom put gas in my car for the week or the 2 weeks, something like that. So instead of me just holding that money in the gas envelope, I think Zuri needed something in her events and activities envelope, so I just moved it here. So everything pretty much stayed the same. We just moved $20 from one place to the other. Okay, so to reconcile the numbers, The amount that I actually received in income was $2,669. The amount of my expenses was $2,540. My sinking funds total was $129. And if you add all of those up, 2,669 minus 2,540 minus 129, you zero out the budget. So everything went where it was supposed to go, and we are officially closing out February. Yay! Okay, so let's take a look at the goals that we had set for February. This is the fun part. All right, let me take this paper clip off. So we did have 3 goals. I usually set 3 goals every month. The 3 goals that we did set for February, goal 1 was to pay off my Amex card. Goal number 2 was to put at least $100 toward my back to school savings challenge. And goal 3 was to read Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st and 2nd Samuel. Okay, so let's just take a look at this. As far as goal number 1, you guys are already aware. I did pay off Amex. Amex is done, so we did complete that goal. Yay! Okay. Goal number 2. Goal number 2 was for me to add $100 to my back to school savings challenge. But we did one way bigger. Instead of adding 100, we added 100. But we also added what was needed to fully fund back to school. So we are officially finished with funding back to school. That's a lot of F's, but yes. So I can check this off and leave this here. Back to school is done. I don't have to worry about that. I mean, if I want to put a little bit more in that envelope, I can. And I might later on because, I have time. But it is fully funded. I am thankful for that. That is a lot of stress and headache away from me. And if you guys hear that noise in the background, that is Mecca playing with his ball. I think that's the only way I can keep him off the desk, is to make sure he has something to play with. And then goal number 3 was to read Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st and 2nd Samuel. I did read those books, and I am going to give you guys like a very small overview. I did read and I did write them. Hold on, let me show you guys my book. Okay, so I did color in all of the things that I have read so far. So as you can see, the Torah is colored in, and then those 5 books are done. So let me just tell y'all a little bit about these 5 books. Okay, so if you guys saw my last monthly closeout for January, I'm coming off excited. The first, 5 books of the Bible, the Torah, I'm coming off excited, and I'm going into February like, okay, yes, let's keep up the momentum. So I go into Joshua. And y'all, when I say Joshua is like, he is major. Like, Joshua's not scared of nobody. He fights everybody. He fought everybody. Joshua walked up on the angel like, what's up? And the angel was like, whoa. I don't think this is what you want, but you need to calm down. And then Joshua's like, okay, my bad. But Joshua, he was not afraid of anything or anybody. And I don't know, it's just something about that was very intriguing. He took them people into the promised land. He got them set up. He wasn't scared of nothing, nobody. Let's get it. Let's do it. So it was like God's prophecy really being fulfilled. Like, he really did what he said he would do. And he set them people up. Now, Joshua was getting old and he was about to die. He was like, okay, y'all, I'm about to die. I'm getting old. This is, it's a few more things need to be done. Y'all go ahead and, finish conquering everything. And you said you good. God brought us here. Let's get it. So they're like, okay, yeah, we're going to do what you said. We're going to do it. Yeah, I'm reading. I'm like, yes, I'm hyped. Go into Judges. Why y'all didn't tell me about that book? I know, Mecca. That's how I feel. Why y'all didn't tell me about that book? Yeah, I went into Judges. I'm excited. I'm geeked, thinking, yes, girl. I went into Judges. Them people just... They just did everything wrong. Everything wrong. Everything wrong, wrong, wrong. It went from okay to bad to worse. Okay, so Judges was it was a downer. It's like going from up to down. So Joshua dies, and then they don't have anybody to lead them. So they're kind of like managing amongst themselves. And then they start, you know, they want to hobnob with everybody. And, you know, they want to be like the other ones. And they want to live amongst them. All the things that God told them not to do. They wanted to do it. And it caused all this friction and all these issues. And it just went from bad to worse, you guys. So by the end of Judges, I wasn't in a good place. The end of Judges, so I did have to take a day or two to kind of really, you know, come up off that book, because it was very disturbing and I did not like it. So I can say that. You have to read it for yourself, but yes, it was very disturbing. Okay, so I went into Ruth. I did like that book. It was a breath of fresh air coming off of Judges. Ruth, basically, you know, her mom-in-law was Naomi, and, you know, she was married to her son. Her husband and her father-in-law, they died. And, you know, Ruth loved her mother-in-law. And wherever, you know, her mother-in-law went, she wanted to go because she loved it that much. And they went back to Naomi's old home. And, you know, Ruth fell in love. I don't even know if you would call it falling in love. But she saw a man that she was attracted to. He was attracted to her. And he just so happened to be a part of Naomi's family. And he had, you know, money. And he was well-known, good character, all that. And she basically, I guess you could say she proposed to him, I guess. And, you know, she used her feminine wiles to get in his good graces, and he accepted, and they, you know, got married and conceived a child. And Ruth was just, it was just a feel-good story. It was something that was needed after Judges. I could say that. All right, so 1 Samuel was way more entertaining. I think I could follow that book a little better than 2 Samuel. Not that I couldn't follow 2 Samuel. It was a lot going on in that book. It was like a whole lot of moving pieces. But I did enjoy 1 Samuel. Saul was a major hater. There were a lot of little nuggets in that book that you could pull from and be like, oh, okay, like, oh yeah. So I like 1 Samuel. I'm trying to think, was there anything that I did not know about the David and Goliath story? I did know that David wasn't even in the battlefield. He was just bringing food to his brothers who were fighting in the war. And then he happened to be there when Goliath, you know, was calling them out, like, you know, whoever can fight against me, come and fight against me. And David overheard, like, who is this talking about my Lord? Like, who is he? So, you know, everybody was like, wait a minute, you know, I don't think you want to deal with him. So David, yeah, I get it, he was very ambitious. And he was like, nah, I think I can handle it. Nah, I think I can handle him. So David, he wasn't a fighter. He was, you know, he had the rock and the slingshot, and he was very precise with aim and things like that. Of course, you guys know the moral of that story is, regardless of how mighty or how scary it may seem, if God is on your side, you should be fearless, and you should go into it fearless, because you got God, and there's nothing that surpasses or beats that. And then David, you know, on into 2 Samuel, he was doing real good, real great. He was respected. And then, you know, he commits adultery and has Uriah killed because he wants his woman. I'm like, it's a lot of, have y'all noticed? I ain't gonna say that. But what I've learned about the Bible is, in a lot of these books, the men fold because they are either, one, trying to be like other nations of men, or two, lust or some woman somewhere. So I guess that is still happening to this day. But I did enjoy it. Those 5 books I did read. I am reading for the month of March 1st and 2nd Kings and 1st and 2nd Chronicles. I was advised to kind of pace myself with those books because they are heavy. So I am going to still try to finish them within the month of March. But if I have to take a week or a couple of days to get through some things, then I will. Because Judges kind of messed me up a little bit. But that's it. We did read, so I can actually mark this off. I did do it. So we got a lot of things done for the month of February. So let's look at the review. I did go ahead and write some things down And I'll put them in permanently once I finish this video. But productivity, I think for February, I was very productive. I will give myself a 5 for productivity. And for mood, I would give myself a 4. The only reason why I'm not giving myself a 5 for mood is because there was a lot of sickness in my family. And then I had a funeral this month. So there was a lot of downtime, a lot of unfortunate situations. Otherwise, it would be a 5, but I would say 4. The highlights of my month, the spelling bee was a highlight. Zuri placed 3rd. She did very well. I'm very proud of her. We did get snow. We don't usually get snow in Alabama. Well, we may every once in a while, but we got snow. I think it was February the 19th. And the kids were out of school. They were excited about that. My Amex is paid in full. That is a major highlight. I don't think it's set in yet. I don't know how to feel about it yet. I don't think it's really set in that I don't have to say Amex anymore. So it's going to take me a little while to get used to it. But it is paid in full, so I'm excited. And I'm also excited that back to school is fully funded. So I would say those would be the main highlights of the month of February. The things that I learned. You guys know I do make my own stickers. I don't know if you guys have seen. Well, I'm pretty sure you've seen them on my paper. But one thing that I did learn, and I think this may benefit Taj. I'll tag her in this video as well, from Beautiful Budgets. The Kiss Cut. If you are using Cricut paper is very thick paper. If you're using that paper, instead of using paper as a setting on the Cricut, use light cardstock, but make sure that your mat, the Cricut mat, is not standard or heavy. You need the light grip, because it's going to curl your paper up, or it's going to pull the backing off of the sticker paper. So, and the reason I know this is because while I was waiting for the paper that I normally use, the sticker paper that I use, to be delivered from Amazon, I went to Walmart and just bought some Cricut paper. Didn't think nothing about it. I'm putting the paper in the printer. It's printing perfectly. I'm putting it in the cutter. And you know, when it cuts around the outline, and it looks like it's cutting, but it's just scratching the paper. So I had to go back and update the settings. I had to go get a new mat and all that, just so it will cut correctly. So if you're having an issue with the print cut feature and it's not quite cutting the stickers and leaving the backing so you can get that Kiss Cut, try to change your mat to the light grip mat, which is the blue one. And if you're using Cricut paper, change the setting to light cardstock. If you're using regular sticker paper, just leave it on, paper, but make sure you have that light grip blue mat, because that does make a major difference. But I learned that trial and error. What I'm grateful for, I'm always going to be grateful for my family. I will always be grateful for my family. You guys are aware they are always helping. In any, thing that they can help in or try to do. They are always there, willful and willing to help. So I'm grateful for family. I didn't write that, but I'll write it. And the things to do better next month. I didn't have an answer for that last month, and I don't think I have one for this month either, because I don't know. I can't think of anything that I need to do better. Like, what did I not do well this month? Not to say that I do everything well, because I don't, but I can't think of anything that I myself can say, okay, I didn't do good in this area. I need to do better next month. But if I can think of something, then you guys know we will revisit that. Also, you guys know my March. I did the March overview, and we set March goals. Let me see if I can find it, y'all. We set some goals for March, and I'm thinking, I may not can find it. I moved so much stuff around here. Here we go. Okay, so y'all, I told y'all we would come back to this if I needed to. Because we did finish back to school, because that was one of my goals for March. Instead of that being a goal, I did replace it. So now the new goal for the end of March is for me to get up to 1K subscribers. And I am very close. I think I'm about 27 subscribers away from 1K. So if you have not subscribed and you have made it this far in the video, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, Smash the notification bell so you are notified when I upload another video. I just want to say thank you to everybody that has shared the video, everybody that has put the word out to help me gain subscribers. I am very close, and I'm also close in watch hours too, you guys. So that is a goal for March. That goal is to be under 13K, to have 1K subscribers. Of course, I'm going to be doing a no spin, or I am doing a no spin for March. And then, you know, reading 1st and 2nd Kings and 1st and 2nd Chronicles. Okay? All right, guys. I think that does sum up this particular video. Like I said, if you have made it this far and you haven't subscribed, I'd greatly appreciate it. But the next video coming up will be my What's in Your Wallet Wednesday video for tomorrow. So you guys be looking out for that. All right. I will see you all tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. Bye.